Welcome to another 20-minute stream. I'm continuing on my Mr. Code project. Gonna see if I can sort out some of the story details tonight. Okay, so I know that I've got Mr. Code himself. So I'm gonna put him here. We're gonna go with the stick figure. Mr. Code. Now, I want to do something a little different. Most stories out there are about single characters. I want to try to tell a story about a married character. So we're going to have Mrs. Code as well. I really need to come up with some name other than Code. I'm thinking that they will also already be parents at this point. I'm thinking 3 kids. So maybe this one will be Code Junior. Maybe this one's name will start. I'm not sure what this one's name will start with. Then we'll have another one. Just for the heck of it, I think I'm going to make them all boys. Just because that feels familiar. So these will be all boys. Maybe this one likes to wear a hat. Maybe this one's got curly hair. Maybe this one's got a fun cowlick or something. Okay. So we got Code Junior. I'm going to name this one Sharky. And I'll name this one, just for now, Muscles. There we go. So this will be the Code family. That's bothering me so much, the calling them Code. I know that I said I'd spend some time on Pinterest tonight, trying to figure out how to refine the outfit, but I kind of feel more like figuring out some family dynamics before I move on to the outfits. Let's see. And Windows updates is like, hey, we're gonna update later. Okay, so we've got the basics of the family. Let's give the kids some personalities. Maybe this one is rambunctious. I don't know how to spell that. Maybe this one is, Muscles. So he's just got a strong personality. And this one is playful. I mean, I guess they're all going to be playful, but in different ways. So maybe this one's got a temper. Okay. We'll go with just a sweet mother. And Mr. Code himself will be a little on the crazy side. Again, because that's relatable. I'm hoping that if I stick to something that is relatable, it'll make it easier to write. I feel like they should have a pet of some kind. Now, my kids have a cat. I'm not a big animal person. I think I'm going to go with something absurd. Something they couldn't actually have in real life. There, they'll have a pet penguin. Do they live in the North Pole? No. Will they have it anyways? Yes. Alright, so they're going to have a pet penguin. What should I name it? I'll name him Icicle. When they get the fun one. Okay, so we've got our family sorted out. I'll figure out their individual appearances later. Now, I'm thinking let's have them, even though he's a developer, let's have him live in more of a rural setting. Maybe he works remote. If you can't tell, I like adding challenges to myself. Having a guy work remote means that I now have to, I completely lose out on the majority of the office setting type stuff. So I've got to figure out how to create drama and intensity in this situation where this guy is working remote from home in a rural setting. I think what that's going to do is it's going to force me to utilize community around where he lives. So community, like where just people, schools, things like that. What else? Maybe he's got an online group of some kind, like, I don't know, Dungeons and Dragons group or something like that. Maybe he has. Maybe he goes to the gym. That's something I should do that I don't. Maybe he goes to church. That would be an interesting one. I've never written a guy who goes to church like that before. Yeah, I think that's good for starting. Okay, so this is the basic idea. What could we do next to bring this story more to life? I think some interests would be good. So maybe Mrs. Code likes to garden, likes to play music, likes to sew. And again, this is a rural setting, so I'm kind of thinking a bit of a country girl. Likes to drive. Yes, that believe it or not, that it can be a country girl quality. Mr. Code. I don't know if he likes to draw, but he clearly likes to code. Likes to eat food. Likes to barbecue. Just generally likes technology, I think. Code Junior likes to read, likes to overthink, helps to spell words right, likes sports and drawing. I'd like to have something more for both of these. Oh, likes to read and likes stuffed animals. Likes to overthink and is obsessed with cheeseburgers. Okay, so that gives them some simple personality. It's very, can't really call it fleshed out, but it's moving in the right direction. Okay, so we've got this. Maybe they live on a couple of acres. But this isn't their dream. It's just kind of where they've ended up. So I think that's important because it gives them something to work towards. Now, maybe they don't exactly want to be off the radar, but they do want more land. So they dream of owning, I don't know, 100 acres. Being self-sufficient. And maybe they're purpose-driven. Do what they love. Make an impact doing it. So this is actually pretty normal, like for me to kind of map out some ideas like this or draw out some ideas. Usually after this, I'll open a Word document and start typing out some basic details about each person. I don't know where they come from, though. Story will take place in the U.S. just because that's what I'm familiar with. I don't really want to use a fictional setting. I've done that for a lot of my stories, and I don't know, I just don't feel like coming up with fictional stuff this time. There's so much that exists in the real world that I could leverage. I'll find some kind of rural setting that I think fits my needs. But I would like to look into things like Tiny Town. Has some kind of history attached to it. And maybe feels dead end to a lot of people. One of the things you'll see a lot for people who live in tiny towns, especially the younger generations, is they don't feel like there's a lot of opportunity. In many ways, there's not opportunity to move forward with their lives. And so they'll feel stuck. They'll feel dead end. They feel like they've just got to get out of there. But the Code family here is trying to find peace here despite the contrary feelings of other people. Code family likes it here. Okay, so what else would be beneficial for this? They dream of owning 100 acres. They're self-sufficient. A couple of acres is what they currently have. I don't know. I don't even know if they dream of having a bigger family or anything. This might be the whole family. I like the penguin. I think the penguin I'm going to give, he's a guard penguin. He growls. And just because it's dumb and silly, he'll bark as well. Maybe he's a penguin who was raised by dogs or something like that. I don't know. I actually have a plushed animal that's like a little horned sheep or goat or something. Kind of looks like this, but then he's got these two horns. Those are very poorly drawn. Not much better. He's got a couple horns on him like that curve a little bit. I like to pretend that he was raised by cows, and so his name is Ramtoro. I can never remember if it's 2 R's or 1. Ramtoro. Yeah, he thinks it's a kind of it's a ram who thinks he's a cow, or who thinks he's a bull. So I have a lot of fun with that plushed animal. Maybe I'll bring that in. This could work really well in this setting as well. Maybe they dream of having some livestock and some kind of private studio. By that I mean like maybe they desire an art studio or a music studio or a martial arts studio. I don't really know. Oh, that's a good one for Mr. Code. Martial arts. So the reason he's so much more fleshed out than the kids is because, he's the protagonist. His wife would be the female lead, and then these would be, the lead children, but supporting characters to the parents in this story. So garden, play music, so drive. I feel like she needs a 5th one as well, but I don't know what that would be. Play music. I'm going to go with singing. Actually, you know what? Reading, because that's where this kid gets it from. I'm going to play music, sing. Like that. Okay. So that gives us a pretty fair idea to start out figuring out who the parents are. I'm going to put, he's got curly hair. You know, I kind of want to, I don't want him to have a hat. I think giving all the kids some fun hair is a good solution here. So maybe he's got kind of a double cowlick going off to the sides like that. He's not bald, it's just double cowlick. And then this one has a double cowlick poking his hair upwards like this, but this one's double cowlicks point his hair outward like that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And it'll also make them, it'll be easier to remember how to draw them. People will be able to tell them apart as soon as they see them, which is something you want when you're designing characters. You want them to be easy to tell apart. So I'm thinking for one of the kids, you know, I think I'm just going to draw these kind of really simple. Maybe he's got almost like a fade on this side, and then he's just got curls on the top. Maybe he's, you know, not super old, but he tries to style up those curls a little bit. The next one, that ear's in a horrible spot. I'm going to get a little bit more simplified for drawing the face of this one. Maybe his face is a little on the round side. And his hair kind of comes down in a widow's peak, a little bit like Dad's. However, Dad doesn't have a double cowlick, and the kid does. So he's kind of got, you know, hair like this, except now he's got these cowlicks sticking out to the side. His hair kind of comes forward into that cowlick. And then we've got the other one. Who is a little bit more like this. And I think his hair is going to swoop down like that. And kind of up like this. It's kind of what Mr. Coates does, except instead of the hair going up, it's going down. Now he's got that double cowlick. It kind of starts in the same place as his brother, but it kind of does this number, kind of creating a natural, is it faux hawk? Or like a shark fin style appearance to his hair. I think that'll be pretty good for the kids. I'll obviously refine those a little bit more, but I think that captures the basic essence of them. All right. And then I would like to do another video kind of dedicated to defining the mom, or the wife in this case, for Mr. Code, for Mrs. Code. But just real quick, let's just get a very rough sketch of kind of how I'm envisioning she'll look like. I think her hair is going to kind of swoop down off to the side over here and have like a little bit of a kind of a curly thing. This will tuck back behind the ear like this. And maybe kind of another little curly thing right here in front of the ear, and her hair will come out from the back. Her nose will be slender, kind of like that. Her eyes will be wider than Mr. Code's. So I think, I don't know, I feel like she sees more of the world than he does in multiple ways. Like maybe he's very tunnel visioned and she's a lot more aware of what's happening around her. I'm thinking something kind of like this. All right, that's what I got for tonight. Thank you for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful evening.